From space, Earth looks eternal, a calm sphere of oceans and clouds, turning quietly beneath the sun. But its history tells another story, one written in craters and scars. Across the solar system, every world bears the marks of collision. Mars, Mercury, even the Moon, all pitted and fractured by impacts from ancient asteroids. Earth is no different. We, too, have been struck again and again by fragments of creation. Some small, burning harmlessly in our skies. Others, vast and catastrophic, reshaping continents and rewriting the story of life itself. 66 million years ago, an asteroid only 10 kilometers wide ended the reign of the dinosaurs and cleared the way for mammals, and eventually for us. That single event is proof of a sobering truth. The cosmos is not a quiet place. But now, for the first time in Earth's history, a species has the knowledge and the power to fight back. This is the story of how humanity learned to deflect asteroids, to turn physics into protection, and to defend our fragile blue world. Between Mars and Jupiter lies a graveyard of stone, the asteroid belt, a vast collection of ancient fragments left over from the formation of the solar system. Most remain there, circling harmlessly, but some, tugged by gravity or collision, stray inward, crossing paths with Earth's orbit. These are the near-Earth objects, or NEOs, a silent, invisible population of wanderers that move faster than bullets and weigh more than mountains. Astronomers scan the skies constantly, mapping their trajectories, predicting their orbits, watching for the one that might one day draw too close. Most are small, some are not. And because the solar system is dynamic, constantly shifting, even a tiny gravitational nudge can, over centuries, alter an asteroid's path toward Earth. It's not a question of if one will come close again. It's only a question of when. In the late 20th century, the idea of planetary defense began as a whisper, a scientific curiosity born of ancient fear. Telescopes like Linear, Pan-STARRS, and Catalina Sky Survey began systematically scanning the heavens, looking for faint, moving points of light. Each new discovery was plotted, its orbit calculated, its future path projected decades ahead. To date, astronomers have cataloged over 30,000 near-Earth asteroids, and every year, the list grows. Some of these objects pass within the orbit of the Moon. A few come closer than our communication satellites. Each close approach is a reminder that we live amid a storm of stone, a storm mostly unseen. The more we look, the more we realize how narrow our safety truly is. The danger of an asteroid does not come only from its size, but from its speed. A single object, even 100 meters across, can strike at 20 kilometers per second, turning kinetic energy into a force greater than any weapon ever built. An asteroid just 50 meters wide could devastate a city. One a kilometer across could darken the sky for months, chilling the planet in a global winter. The energy released by the dinosaur killing impact was more than 1 billion times greater than the Hiroshima bomb. To survive such power, we must act not in panic, but in precision. We cannot destroy an asteroid. We must nudge it, ever so slightly, years before impact. Because in space, even a tiny change in speed or direction, made early enough, can shift a rock by thousands of kilometers when it finally reaches Earth's orbit. Deflection is not about strength. It's about timing. For decades, asteroid deflection lived in the realm of science fiction. Writers imagined nuclear bombs, giant lasers, or heroic missions to shatter incoming rocks. But scientists knew better. Destroying an asteroid would only create many smaller asteroids, a shotgun blast instead of a bullet. The real challenge was to change its orbit, not obliterate it. Ideas emerged. The kinetic impactor, a spacecraft designed to slam into an asteroid and alter its trajectory. Others proposed the gravity tractor, a ship that would hover nearby, using its own gravity to slowly tug the asteroid off course. Still others envisioned solar sails or paint coatings to change how sunlight warms the surface, creating a gentle, continuous push called the Yarkovsky effect. What once sounded like fantasy began to evolve into engineering. The question was no longer could we, but when would we need to? In 2022, humanity took its first deliberate step toward defending its planet. NASA's DART mission, Double Asteroid Redirection Test, launched from Earth on a journey to a small binary asteroid called Didymos and its moonlet Dimorphos. The goal was simple in principle, but historic in scope: to see whether a spacecraft, crashing at high speed, could shift an asteroid's orbit, even by a fraction of a percent. After 10 months in space, DART struck Dimorphos head-on at 22,000 kilometers per hour. From telescopes on Earth, astronomers watched as debris burst outward in a shining plume. Days later, measurements confirmed it. The asteroid's orbit had changed. For the first time, humanity had altered the motion of a celestial body. It was a small nudge, but a monumental proof that the laws of physics could be turned to our defense. In that moment, Earth became not just a world that could be struck, but a world that could strike back. DART was only the beginning. In the coming decades, missions like Hera from the European Space Agency will study the aftermath in detail, mapping the crater, measuring the debris, and refining our understanding of momentum transfer. Engineers now design new generations of impactors, gravity tractors, and even laser ablation systems that could vaporize small amounts of material to create thrust. Around the world, observatories, radar systems, and telescopes work together as an early warning network, humanity's watchtower in the dark. The next step is not just deflection, but prediction, seeing the danger early enough to act decades in advance. In the realm of planetary defense, time is the ultimate weapon. The scars of past impacts still mark our planet, silent reminders of cosmic power. In Arizona, the Barringer crater, just over a kilometer wide, was carved by an object barely 50 meters across. In Siberia, the Tunguska event of 1908 flattened 2,000 square kilometers of forest. And over Chelyabinsk, in 2013, a meteor barely 20 meters wide exploded with the energy of 30 Hiroshima bombs, shattering windows across 6 cities. Each event, though local, is a warning from the cosmos. Each crater whispers the same message: pay attention. To defend a planet is to confront our own smallness. Asteroid deflection is not an act of conquest. It is an act of stewardship. We are the first beings in 4 billion years of Earth's history who can see a threat coming and do something about it. We are both vulnerable and capable, fragile as dust, yet wielding the tools of gods. In learning to move a rock in space, we are learning something deeper: how to take responsibility for the only home we have. Planetary defense is not just about survival. It is about maturity. The moment a civilization becomes aware of its place in the cosmos and chooses to protect it. Every night, telescopes turn toward the heavens, scanning for motion against the stillness of the stars. Somewhere out there, another asteroid may already be on its long, slow journey toward Earth. It might take centuries, or it might already be near. But now, for the first time, there are people who will see it coming. who will calculate, plan, and act. People who will stand watch, not with weapons, but with equations and courage. The story of asteroid deflection is the story of vigilance, of never again letting fate catch us unaware.